I think of myself as a gamer. I've played games for more than 20 years. I've played Mortal Kombat, Left 4 Dead, Quake, Doom, Wolf 3D, Duke Nukem. I've played God of War, Half-Life, Devil May Cry, Warcraft. I've played Fortnite. I've played a ton of games. But when I really sit down and think about it, I don't think that qualifies me as a gamer. Most of the games I've played stopped being relevant around 10 years ago. And the last game I remember playing, I played more than 5 years ago. So maybe I should reconsider my thoughts about myself. Maybe I'm not a gamer anymore. Until Dawn is based on a video game, and I haven't played the video game. So I have no preconceived notions about what the film should be. I have no idea how good the game is and how much better the film needed to be, just in comparison. But I sat down and I watched the film and I liked it. Of sorts. I didn't hate the thing. I didn't think it wasted my time in any way. I didn't really mind the time I spent on this film. But then I do have complaints. I have lots of complaints about the film. The acting specifically isn't anything to write home about. The resolution of the film kind of sucks. The characters were forgettable. The film isn't really all that scary. And while the central premise is interesting, there really isn't anything terribly inventive they do with that premise. Yeah, I have a lot to complain about the film. We've all seen films with the same concept where people get to relive their lives and deaths over and over again until they come up with a resolution for it. We've seen Edge of Tomorrow, we've seen Happy Death Day, Palm Springs, Boss Level, Final Girls, and all these films have something very interesting other than the time loop concept that make these films so good. Until Dawn looked and felt like a film that should have been good. And for the most part, I did feel this film was good. Except not in the way that it should have felt good. Yeah, I know that really doesn't explain things. Let me start again. Until Dawn has a fun concept. In spite of how many times this time loop concept has been done to death in films, it's a fun concept, this time loop idea. Anything they did with this concept was bound to be good. And the film is good because of this. Throwing in your horror elements on top of this made it all the more likable. But eventually, that's all they seem to do with the film. Take the time loop concept, add in horror elements, and wait for people to like it, which I think is a rather lazy approach to filmmaking. And eventually, even the film stops being interested in this premise. It fast forwards through what could have been an interesting series of kills. It fast forwards through time loops, not by actually showing these time loops in montages or anything, but by the heroes being in the final time loop without actually showing the previous iterations. They just show some of the loops on a mobile phone. And all our heroes, they've conveniently forgotten that they've been in these previous time loops. They just land in the final one and they're all surprised that they've plowed through all these time loops. How many times have I said time loop? I don't think too many times, I think. Anyway, our heroes, they've forgotten a lot of what their previous deaths have been, and they only have video evidence of these deaths that they now watch. And while these videos are sort of entertaining, ultimately they really don't do anything to the actual plot. It just felt like the writers got too bored sitting down and writing the script, so they decided to plow through the rest of it with complete disregard of how interesting it turned out to be. And it did not turn out to be as interesting as they'd hoped. The only thing that worked for me in the film, the only thing that actually brought a smile to my face, was Peter Stormare. I remember Peter Stormare from Constantine. He was in stuff before, but I only noticed him as the devil in Constantine, and he was such a freaking blast to watch there. It's fun to watch him here as well. He's the only thing that genuinely brought a smile to my face. I love Peter Stormare. Alright, those are all my thoughts on Until Dawn. It's a fun movie, but ultimately flawed. What are your thoughts about the film? Let me know about it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.